Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed by Sherilyn Bridget Avalon. Chapter 17, Alpha, Beta. Sterling and Sherilyn look to the left. The doors open. They exit the elevator of enlightenment into a place Sherilyn has come to appreciate so much. I love level 33, the place. It's wonderful here. We see lessons in the sky, alphabet letters and numbers in spheres floating above us. Sherilyn sings, dancing through the doors. Quickly, Sterling becomes St. Stephen, and we see Joseph sitting on a log. Who chooses the lessons for people, Joseph? Sherilyn asks. It's all about the sphere from where you've originated, Joseph replies. The question speaks to a larger issue about balance before understanding anything else. If you're from a certain sphere of energy that's out of balance, the fragments from that sphere must learn a specific lesson to improve its balance. You must look at it in a larger way. A plethora of alphabet soup, and each symbol has its own meaning. Joseph knows a thing or two about soup. Sherilyn snickered. Joseph continues. The numbers almost yearn to speak aloud. 8 equals infinity. 10 equals wholeness. The English alphabet has a direct correlation to numbers in code. Each letter is a biological symbol. Each number has a direct opposite and equal numeric pull. 8 also equates to the letter S. The letter X equates to the number 2, and the letter T equates to the number 10. There aren't enough letters in the English alphabet to communicate suitably with words. Only 26 letters are used. There should be 33 letters in the alphabet. Whether added or subtracted, the rest are fragments. You can determine the equivalent numbers by applying what you know as the meaning of the numbers and converting that meaning into the new letter. 7 letters are missing. The reason? There aren't enough letters to stifle growth until saturation is attained. The revelation of the mystery manifests itself. There are too many sounds coming from our mouths. Many sounds aren't represented with the English alphabet. Considering only 26 are used, with the additional 7 letters added, all the different intonations correspond with the letters. Instead, the opposite has occurred. Simple words like you have too many letters, representing more than one inflection. This isn't communicated in a clear manner. A disproportionate number of letters corresponding to the sounds you communicate with result in excessive ambiguity. Rather than one letter with many sounds, there should be more letters that correspond to singular sounds. That's why there should be 33 letters. The opposite of the A sphere, the letter A, is the V sphere. The bar that is crossing the middle of the letter A results in the numerator or denominator of the symbol. Bars in the alpha beta, your alphabet, are equivalent to the mathematical division symbol. A line drawn horizontally is the bar separating the numerator and denominator of that symbol. The V sphere equates to things starting with V, such as vibration, viper, venom, venereal. The A sphere associates with words like Angie, Africa, air, acceptance, Aries, and apex. The E sphere is the opposite of the F sphere, the most common bar denominator missing, causing an imbalance in the F sphere. The E sphere is balanced with 3 bars. The F sphere is top-heavy, leaning toward Frank's formula. energy in the F sphere always follows the path of least resistance, a formula Frank uses, which is why his energy always follows the path of least resistance. This is why it's so much easier to be destructive than constructive. It's easier to not apply yourself as opposed to applying yourself and coming closer to achieving your highest ascended potential. It's a formula applicable to all matters of movement between the poles. Frank's primary formula of implementation is this one. The F sphere of failure propels it because it is like excess weight. It attracts the negative energy away from the light. It seeks density in all things. As far as the ascension goes, it means to transmute fear and all its derivatives into its polarized opposite, love and all its derivatives, Joseph conveys. It is to remain within balanced polarization so that all electrical frequencies and vibrations are within the love fields. It is to shift consciousness from ignorance into knowing and from separation into oneness. Within an energy context, the F sphere is also the opposite of the E sphere, with the lowest bar missing, resulting in imbalance. The imbalance of fear is the most important piece. You might think the code between the letters and numbers could be easily deciphered in a linear way, but there are 7 missing letters. Therefore, you must rearrange and move the letters to correspond with the 33 numbers, each of which has the same meaning. Then you understand the code. The knowledge from Alpha Beta is vibrantly alive and working. The Greek biological symbols of energy are represented in the Alpha Beta, your alphabet. It came from the planet Alpha Beta, the third planet in your second galaxy, away from the Earth. It's a planet that cannot be seen, only felt. Alpha Beta is also a dimensional wavelength at play in telepathy. This energy visited the Greek people thousands of years ago. Telepathically, etheric biological microchips were embedded in the minds of Greek people, resulting in many advances in the civilization, including the alphabet. The chips are implanted in the minds of people from places dimensionally different than what we know. You cannot physically locate these chips in the body. They are organic energy and escape detection by the naked eye. It is crude to believe you'll find a substance like a computer chip in the body and reason alien forces implanted it in the people's brains. This isn't how it works. These microchips will never be found because they don't exist in the physical form. However, they are actively present in many people. About 1/3 of the people have them. Surprisingly, all but 3% of people, the chips lie dormant. Why is that? Sherilyn asks. 3% of the population is all that's necessary to create influence. More people with active chips would be too much. In the future, more chips will be activated as the population can handle the information these people will constructively convey. Break the code, and a new revelation will be your blessing. Numbers are biological symbols in the lines as they are drawn. Look carefully at the vertical and horizontal bars. Attempt to figure out with letter symbols the same way as with numeric symbols. With the alphabet, the easiest ones are the linear bar symbols such as the letters E and A. Again, X equals 2 and S equals the number 8. W is a nuisance letter. The letters W and M fit together in some ways. They have their ups and downs, Sherilyn says jokingly. You want to be an S, St. Stephen states. With an S, you'll travel far. You're hard to catch, you're sleek, you're smooth, and you're malleable. The strongest structure is the letter A, the first letter in the alphabet. The J likes to catch things. They're curious. They have a hook and stable platform. The T props up information and provides a crossroad. It speaks to the direction of the north, south, and east and west, a very stable symbol. That's why the cross Jesus Christ died upon was a symbol of the letter T. The letter O refers to infinity, as well as the abyss. The letter standing before O stands on the threshold of things infinite in the abyss. Letters after the O stand for the challenges met. They have stood on the threshold. They have been through the abyss. They are down the road, continuing, and they've made it through. Is that linking to a name? Sherilyn asked. A name, words, acronyms, whatever it may be, St. Stephen replies. Okay, let's say we're looking at the word open, O-P-E-N. Sherilyn puts forth. Exactly what does it mean? Look at the letters individually for the answers, Joseph replies. We have the O, the P, the E, and the N. What does it all mean? She asks, eyes wide with enthusiasm. Symbolically speaking, the O stands for infinity and the eternal return of things in general. The O also represents the abyss, seen in the bottomless pit at the center of the O. P is a highly stable and linear north and south thing to hang half of the abyss and half of infinity on, so the P represents half an understanding. E is powerful because it incorporates the linear post, a balanced post, which is archetypal. It is a kind of magnet. It has 3 prongs. The top prong is positive, the second prong is ground, or neutral energy, and then we have negative. 2 E's together form a closed circuit, or circulatory energy. The E is very electrical. Finally, N. N represents closure, the north-south pole, as well as diagonal pole connecting north-south pole. Odd as it may seem, put it together and you have the meaning of the symbols for the word open. That's pretty amazing, Sherilyn exclaims. Put the formula to work using the code, and words can be broken up and deciphered. Joseph helps explain. The combination creates an understanding of the 2 opposite sides of the same code, between the alpha-beta biological symbols and the numeric symbols combined. It results in a third awareness and a deeper understanding of words and what's truly happening below our level of vision. This understanding allows you to progress faster so you can be at the cutting edge of awareness. It is a beautiful event, truly beautiful. Alpha-beta energy is the smoothest energy you will find. Smooth, long, light, and transparent. It is entirely instantaneous, still in time, of course. It is infinite, and you now have the ability to understand alpha-beta energy through code, Joseph says. Does 8 transform into 33? Sherilyn asks. Very powerful and real, the number 8. It speaks to the infinite principle, the infinite truth. The 3s tie in with 8, but only when you put them together face to face, which is why Sterling refers to it as a lacing, like a keyhole, unlocking the door between the physical into the spiritual. So, do you and your signature become more powerful when you sign with the number 8? Sherilyn added. Yes, absolutely, Joseph nods affirmatively. The 8 is just a symbol. However, signing your signature this way is symbolic of what a person knows and where his or her intent lies. Occasionally, some people will take note. That person will become pivotal to you. Enlightened people will note how you sign your name. Most people aren't close enough to the unconscious knowledge to recognize why they're so curious, but some actually get it. You will want to gravitate toward those types of people and interact with them. These people are more powerful. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it. We should be getting back. Please tell Angie and Frank I love them, Sherilyn remarks. Angie is smiling at you, St. Stephen says. Even though I'm grumpy and irritable, she replies. She knows you're challenged by your own deficits, the deficit of misplacement, the deficit of an upside-down numerator. Look in the mirror and you can right your balance. Remember, Sterling is a beacon, St. Stephen advises.